Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I think you know what today is. It's 3-0 Day, my favourite day of the week. In this episode, we have an assassination / terrorist attack on Anastasia. We've got Subaru clinging to a whole ass dragon for his life. And whatever the hell this scene is. Goddamn. With the release of episode 5, that means there's only 3 weeks of ReZero left. Because I believe in total, we're going to have 8 episodes in the attack arc and in the counter-attack arc, which is the other 8 episodes is in February 2025. That means in 3 weeks we're having the last ReZero episode until 2025. Nah.
On that count as well.
The episode begins with Regulus Cornea still fiending over whether Amelia is a virgin or not. Pretty sus, buddy. He brings his 184th wife into the room with a fresh pair of clothes for a still very nude Amelia. 184 wives. Jesus Christ. Subaru the goat wastes no time slinging that whip at Gluttony, which with his fast reflexes catches the whip in his mouth and dodges all of her attacks that are going towards him. I think it's cool that they took what Al said about not giving your name to Gluttony seriously, because despite Julius giving Subaru the code name Little Girl User, he remembered Al's advice, since Subaru, due to being full of hatred towards Gluttony, may have forgotten this fact and could have literally easily have messed up, because obviously he's full of anger, he's full of hatred towards Gluttony, he's not thinking carefully. So at least Julius is kind of in the right mind space, he knows what to do, and he just says the code name Little Girl User, which tells us that he's in the right mind, and the group have actually taken into account that you don't give your name to Gluttony. But yeah, it is nice seeing Julius keeping an eye on things in regards to Subaru and like the current situation. So Subaru and Cruce head into the building, leaving the fight with Gluttony down to Julius. Cruce completely beats the shit out of the dragon, standing guard of a little girl who seems to have been taken hostage. After rescuing the girl, she tells Subaru the other hostages are in another room. Opening the door to this other room, however, Subaru is met with a bunch of massive fly insects. Subaru then hears Cruce cry out as the little girl reveals herself to actually be Capella, the Sin Archbishop of Lust. Capella tells Subaru she pretty much didn't lie about the hostages being in the other room. They're just, yeah, different. My goat, despite always being the weaker one physically in nearly every fight, uses his whip to send a rock straight at Capella's noggin, which later regenerates instantly. Nice try though, King. Capella then proceeds to wipe the floor with Subaru. She then morphs into Amelia right in front of Subaru's very eyes, which I found to be pretty disturbing, as she then cuts herself in half in front of Subaru, returning back to her original form. Capella, using her ability to kind of change her body into different parts of like animal features, completely rips off Subaru's leg as she kind of makes herself bleed this like pink blood, letting it like drip onto both Cruce and Subaru, which makes them both feel immense pain and whatever the hell is in Subaru's leg. Anastasia, who is still in the meeting room, meets Sin Archbishop of Wrath, Sirius, as the explosion caused failed to do her in. It was an epic entrance though, to say the least. Mimi's siblings Hetero and Tivi arrive to the rescue as Anastasia makes her escape. This dude is still keeping little girls hostage, and Otto, my boy, who comes to the rescue and is somehow still alive after his encounter with Glutton. The city seems to be plunging into water as the dragon, who is still alive after Cruce's attack, uses its fire breath to break a hole into the roof of the building as it flies into the air with both Cruce and Subaru clinging to it. Subaru is dropped into the water as he's whisked away with the current, showing us a shocked and very concerned Garfield before the ending plays. We're given an ending scene where Amelia, from her safe haven, looks down upon the city of water and its imminent destruction, when Capella uses the speakers to make another broadcast that's due to the attempt and failure of a group of people trying to retake the city from the witch's cult. She is now demanding 3 other things other than the witch's remain. One of the things is the Tome of Wisdom, which I believe is the book that was given to both Roswell and Beatrice, created by Echidna. So the book is, which we saw in season 2, tells the owner the future. However, Beatrice kind of had like a nerfed version of it, while Roswell had apparently the only genuine article, but then was obviously destroyed in the fight with Ram. The second thing she wants is the artificial spirit that has been quote unquote chilling in the city, which I believe she's referring to Beatrice, who is currently asleep, trying to regain the mana she lost healing the people. And last but not least, she orders one last thing: for the forced marriage of Regulus, Cornelius and Amelia to go undisturbed. What can I say? We have been blessed with another peak episode. I think I also want to mention that in the recent Breakfast Time side story of ReZero, they kind of did the episode with Al. It was kind of like cut content that was supposed to be in season 1, but obviously it was cut out, but they've added it into this kind of side story, which a lot of fans are very pissed off about. Pretty much it's because Al drops a bombshell on Subaru and kind of says the reason he's always calling him bro is because they're from the same world. Now this is the first time Subaru is meeting someone who is also from Japan. So it is kind of like a bombshell to drop, but I think the people are pissed because it wasn't dropped in the anime as it should have apparently been. Apparently it was meant to drop in season 1 of the anime, but it was cut out. So I think people are pissed off that such like an important detail, I think, is being told in a side story as like a kind of like, not a joke kind of thing, but I feel like there's just the importance of the information, it's not being kind of told to us the way it should have been. So yeah, it was an interesting thing to kind of find out still that Al is also from the same world as Subaru. However, you know, Subaru is the one in the shitter, clearly. However guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video on me talking about ReZero Season 3 Episode 5. I had a blast as always watching this episode. Peak moments all around. 3 more weeks left until we have to wait until 2025. What the fuck am I gonna do after this, man?